chicken. No, come here.
Hey, I hope I can see your comments this time. Somebody say something so I know.
Hey.
See Robin Fry and Susan Nesman and Pam Lazo are all watching. Hello, Beth says, hi Carol, okay. Now we got comments. That makes me happy. That's Amanda in the background, and I can't tell who's who, but that's Arthur and Andre in front of us here.
Andre's the one closest to you, Carol.
Catherine says Andre is the one closest to the camera.
And we don't usually feed them like this, but Arthur has been really suspicious every time we try to separate him. So we've been getting him to eat better if we leave him with his brother, even though it takes a little doing to get him to eat. And Andre not bust in between him and the food. Andre, come here, bud. Arthur.
I apologize for all that wind noise. My goodness, the winds are so strong today.
Come on, darling. You're all right. He's all right. He's all right. Here, bud. No,
Amanda came running out.
Here.
And she got a treat too.
Thanks, guys.
Carol, I think it's the wind is just blowing my voice right back in my face.
Okay, now we'll begin.
I don't think he went to it.
Hoover.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna be surprised.
You got a treat. You've got no reason to be cranky. Zeus has been having some good days and bad days, and this morning he ate okay, and yesterday he ate okay. The day before that was not a good day. But we'll see how he does tonight.
It's like he's in this den. Best part? It is the best part. Who's this? Hi, handsome. You ready for dinner? You ready for dinner, bud? Hi. Zeus. Come on, handsome. Zeus. Zeus. Come on, bud. Come on. There's my handsome boy. Come on. Come on, bud. Come on. You got it. You got it. So close. Come on, buddy.
I saw somebody mention the cats are going to swim, but I never
Hi.
heard of this.
Hi, bud. You ready? Ready for y'all? Oh, hi. Ready for yummies? And lay down, find a spot.
Hutch is doing fine. He was doing that weird neck arching thing this morning, but when it warmed up in the afternoon, he was not do that. Not even the circle hybrids. And it always seems to be like first thing in the morning, and usually only when it's cold. So there's all those parameters that just make it such a bizarre thing.
Ready for bites? Alright, let's try a different bite. Here you go.
Marty, that's the way he walks. He's 22 years old, and he's on pain medications. That's why she's giving him these extra snacks in the afternoon.
Good job.
I don't know if Zeus has his claws or not, but
He does.
he does have his claws,
He does
so
have
it's
his
not
claws.
from being declawed, it's just from being 22
From
years
being
old.
22 years old. Tigers are a big, heavy cat, so it takes a lot of toll on them carrying that around for that many years. Somebody commented before that it looks like a lot of medication, but it's allergy medication. And so to get it up to his weight, it takes quite a bit of medication to get it to his weight.
Do we know what he's allergic to?
No, we just know he has like a stuffy nose, and so we've been giving him allergy meds to try to clear up the stuffy nose. As much pollen has been going around lately, it could be just about anything.
Yes, Jay, that's about twice as long as they usually live. Oh, yeah, the depth of perception might be an issue too with only one eye.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we don't really know how well he sees out of that other eye, so it could be he's walking cautiously because he doesn't want to run into things as well.
Rebecca Williams is watching you.
Aww, Rebecca, he's eating good. Come on, Mom's watching. You can't stop now. Yeah, I'm going to see how much he ate. He ate lunch today instead of breakfast. He didn't really want breakfast this morning. So he might not be as hungry as normal because he ate in the middle of the day instead of in the morning. We're hoping. Oh! I know, we'll keep trying. Try this piece.
We want to know if he always takes food from the blind side.
He likes that particular side, but we kind of trained him that way because when we were doing the eye drops, we would always put it in that side so he would flip his head to that side. And so I don't know if we just trained that behavior in him to want to eat from that one side, that even now that we don't have to put eye drops in, he still likes to eat from that same side. And he tips his head even though he really doesn't have to tip his head. But he went a lot of years having to eat like that so that we
40
could get
years.
his so that we could get his eye drops in. So it could just be habit now. I have gotten him to eat from the other side, but not as often as I get him to eat from this side. I almost have to force him to realize he can eat from the other side. Like, here, see, this side of your mouth works too. We're getting close to full. Yeah. One more piece? Nope. All right. Yep.
The
Okay.
walkabout tickets are $25 per person, and we always sell out, so they're available now. And if you plan on coming, I would get your ticket now. Boy, do we have a bunch of people in a panic that last 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
There's no tickets.
Yep.
Thanks for visiting, Keith. Susan, this is Zeus. We were at Hoover a few minutes ago.
Hey, Pumpkin. Good job.
Oh, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
So if you guys want to go for a long walk, I don't know how many cats we'll see between here and now, but I know some of you are diehard fans and will want to hang in here because poor little Nabisco this morning had another episode, we think. You know, I woke up thinking about him and I didn't draw it, actually, Sydney Arthur drew it, and then I ran a photo of, or a drawing that she had done of Nabisco with his claws through a thing called Dreamscope, and was messing around with that this morning, and then when I got in, Catherine said that Nabisco had acted like he had another seizure. He was breathing hard and he was just laying there, not being responsive, didn't want to eat, so we separated Mrs. Claus and him because we don't want her taking advantage of him when he's all weird like that. And instead of bringing him in the hospital, which we were afraid might freak him out even further, we just decided to keep an eye on him all morning. And he seemed to recover fine. His eyes were not dilated as bad as the time a few weeks ago. And the heavy breathing slowed down really quickly, so he recovered from it pretty easily. But we think what's happening is that he's having seizures, and we're not seeing it. Unfortunately, we don't have internet there, so we can't put a camera on him to see what's happening. We're trying to install internet throughout the sanctuary. It's just taking a really long time. It's a lot of cabling. Trying to get more cameras out there on Bobcat Rehab too, because we've got all those bobcats in rehab that we want to keep an eye on. Cameron and Zabu have already eaten. Now they're napping. So cute. Back to back. So I thought I would head over and check on Nabisco, but I'm on foot, so it might take me a while to get there. Well, bear with me for a minute. I'm going to try and straighten my camera up. It's in the stabilizer cockeyed. Get that? Also, while we're walking, I spent... Let's talk about Kali instead. Hey, Kali! You're going the wrong way. We're going this way. Did you put that ball in your pool? Did you put that in there? I bet you did. Did. There's Miss Priya raising her head to see what we're talking about over here. I was listening to a podcast about running an Amazon store, which As you guys know, we've been trying to sell on Amazon because it's a great shopping experience for people. And by sending products to Amazon, they do the fulfillment, so it doesn't take our staff and our volunteers time dealing with that, and it makes for a nice way of raising money for the cats. Hey, Artemis. Pretty Artemis. In the podcast, they were talking about a Shopify theme, and Shopify is how we run our two stores. We have a store at BigCatRescue.biz. Jamie runs that one, and it funds the operations of the sanctuary. And then there's another one at CatRescue.biz, and I run that one, and that one funds the freedom fight, the legislative efforts that we're doing to try and keep these cats from having to live their lives out in cages. So both of those are Shopify stores. And in a podcast, they were saying that most people will click away from a shopping site if it doesn't load in 2 seconds. 2 seconds! That's just crazy. It used to be 7 seconds. At least you had 7 seconds that people would wait, but now it's 2. And my theme was loading in about 12. So I felt like there's probably a lot of money I've been losing, not making for the cats. And so it cost me $300 today to invest in a faster theme. It's kind of like a skin that you put over a site, and it had a lot of other features that I really liked as well, as far as like making it easier for people to find what they're looking for. So if you go to, and I only did it on my site, Jamie's in India, she'd have a fit. She came back and found I had messed with her site. So any of you who are currently shoppers on that site, there's 2 things that I need to know. I need to know when you're an existing customer and you're already using the PAW points. And if you're a customer, you know what those are. You get points based on how much stuff you buy, and then you can cash in your points for stuff, just like cash for the items. I need to know if all your stuff is still working, like when you log in, are you still able to see your PAW points? And then I also need to know from people who have never shopped at the site before, so if there's anybody willing to take a look at it, if the things that are supposed to happen for a first-time shopper are happening. So I want to know, does the coupon code come up? Does it give you the option to opt into the newsletter and to use this coupon code? So do those kinds of things happen? And so what I'm going to do is, for the first 6 people who go to catrescue.biz, you see that colorful one on the far right? That's the healing chakra bracelet. It's a little bit bigger than the others, and it's gorgeous. I'm going to give away 6 of those. 1 to the first 6 people who go to catrescue.biz, and either repeat customers or first-time customers, if you go in and make screenshots as you go through the process so I can see that stuff is working, and then email those to me at CAT at bigcatrescue.org. Hi, Tut. If you'll email those screenshots to me at cat@bigcatrescue.org, the first 6 people that do that, I'm going to send you one of those bracelets for free, just for helping me make sure that the site, that I didn't break anything by changing the theme. I can't see those kinds of things because I'm not a user of the site. All right. And we're in Mr. Nabisco's territory. Let's see if we can find him. Later on in the day, I'd say about 4 o'clock or so, he came down and he ate and he did just fine. So I think he's doing all right. That's Mrs. Claus. Here, Mrs. Claus. Where's your boyfriend? Where's that handsome boyfriend of yours? He's not in there, is he? He's not in the barrel. I think they put them back together. I guess I should have paid attention when I went through there. He was up on this platform earlier today when he was not feeling good. And we've done every kind of diagnostics you can imagine on the little critter. We just can't seem to figure out why he's having these seizures. The vet says sometimes it's normal for young cats. Are you in there? And that they just grow out of it. In fact, I was just talking to Linda a few nights ago during the Wildcat Walkabout, and she was saying that he's had a growth spurt, so it makes me wonder if maybe it's kind of tied to those growth spurts like you see in teenagers where they don't grow for a long time and then all of a sudden they grow 4 inches. Do you know where he is, Catherine? He's not in there. Not in there.
Out here, he was back there in front of that concrete den.
Maybe he's in the den because I couldn't see him. Do you see eyes?
Hi. No, no, it's not him. There's concrete is white on that side, and so I caught a flash of it. But no.
Did you eat him? Is he all gone?
Well, hopefully she did.
Where's your boyfriend? Is he in that den? Is he in there? I want to see. You're so incorrigible. Oh, he is in that one that I looked in.
Here.
Yeah, you have us all worried.
Hi, good bud. He was sleeping hard. He was sleeping hard.
Good nap.
That's a good nap, huh? Is that a good nap? Is she being nice? She said she was going to be nice this time.
I was just talking with Linda about how he's gone through this amazing growth spurt all of a sudden.
He's tall.
You are
He's
tall.
really tall. I know. Afton and I were both talking about whether we need to increase his diet because he's starting to get sunk in right here, but I think it's because he had that growth spurt.
You're also losing that winter coat.
Yeah, that too. He's looking like a big boy bobcat instead of a baby bobcat.
Well, that put us all at ease to be able to see him. And somebody pointed out that Loki was playing with sticks, so Catherine went over and gave him some toys this morning. I doubt we'll catch him playing because he's still a little on the wary side. He's a Savannah cat and he's new here. He doesn't know yet that nobody's going to hurt him. I'm just going to force him to live in a little wire box again. I heard you. I heard that, Gilligan. I heard that, Lynx. Gilligan's having a drink. Well, Nancy, you are correct. It's not normal to have seizures. It's just, maybe I should say, it's sometimes common. Here's Loki. Did you get toys? Did Loki get toys today? sunshine sure is pretty on your coat. Your honey golden eyes. They're saying you are beautiful. Did you play with your toys? Were they fun? Was that all fun? So you get to chase it all around? I think they had to wash Shamrock's squirrel this morning. I saw some letter from the letter to management from the secretary to the cats about her squirrel being stolen, but it's back. So my guess is it just needed a bath. Hey, Beth Ann. Yeah, he really has filled out nicely. All right, well, it is super windy out there, and I'm on my bike, so I need to start pedaling toward home here shortly. I'll take you guys along for the walk, but we might not see much of anything now that all the cats have been fed. They've probably had their baths. Oop, there goes Nabisco in the background, stalking around. Thank you, Kara. Yes, we have two stores, bigcatrescue.biz, and I'm always happy for you to shop there, but I don't need you to test it because I didn't change the theme on that one today. But I did change the theme on catrescue.biz. So the first 6 people who go there, test the site, make sure all the stuff is working, make screenshots, especially if something's not working, make a screenshot of that, and email it to me at bigcatrescue.org. I hope you like the site. It does load much faster. It loaded in about 2 seconds for me, so it was well worth the money spent, as long as I didn't break anything. There's Tonga. Looks like a bunny there in the grass. Yes, he does. Speaking of bunnies, if you guys are going to be buying your Easter supplies on Amazon, be sure to go to bigcatrescue.org / I think it's Amazon Smile or Amazon-Smile. Somebody can post the actual link here for me. I should know it because I just sent out a letter to everybody in the U.S. who's on our mailing list this morning. But if you go to smile.amazon.com and pick Big Cat Rescue as your charity, we had a ton of people who did that, and then they never bought anything on Amazon, which really blows my mind, because I find it hard to believe people would go to all that trouble and then not buy something on Amazon. Where are they shopping if not there? So what happens is, through the end of the month, Amazon is tripling the amount of money that they send to Big Cat Rescue whenever you shop using smile.amazon.com, if you've picked Big Cat Rescue as your charity of choice, and it doesn't cost you anything. That money comes out of Amazon's pocket, not out of yours. So if you're going to be shopping for the holidays anyway, it would be lovely if you would pick us as your charity of choice. And then all you have to do is remember that when you go shop on Amazon, go to smile.amazon.com instead of just Amazon. And it's all the same prices, all the same stuff. Paula says she spends too much on Amazon. I know. I'm always stunned at how much we spend on Amazon. And that's even with our wish list. We have a huge wish list at Amazon, and you guys are so awesome. Whenever we put stuff on there, you send it to us right away. And so we're only having to buy the things that we either forgot to put on the wish list or never dreamed anybody would buy off of the wish list for us. So thank you so much for doing that, because that really saves us money, which means more money for the cats. I saw a little twitchy ear, I think, underneath the platform. Maya's got herself a little hole under there. Silly cat. Laura, it is an American thing. Amazon is in other countries, but they don't let you pick Big Cat Rescue because we're a U.S. charity, and they want to keep their giving programs within the countries where they operate. I would like for them to change that. So we have a lot of friends on the other side of the pond. There's Riza. Riza. Yeah, everybody missed seeing you tonight. Rah. Rah. Oh, she's such a good girl. You're such a good cougar. About to have a big old yawn. I thought I saw that coming. Somebody just asked how many animals. We have 70 animals here. They're all cats except for one. Baby Cakes is an African genet. He's so old he can't thermoregulate any longer, so he has to live inside now. But he's got a whole office to himself in there. Thank you for all the feedback on the 360 of Howard's tour. Howard gave a tour to the students from Berry University that are members of the Animal Legal Defense Fund unit there. And so I thought, well, this would be a really great opportunity to see what it looks like for somebody to do a tour in 360. And so I strapped it on his head. Of course, he's taller than everybody, which is kind of a weird viewpoint to be at, but I thought, well, people might like seeing what it's like to be 6'4". Problem was, he's just so good at making eye contact with people, and he had a big group, and so he kept moving his head from side to side, and people who watched the video afterwards said they loved his voice, they loved his stories, but it just made him absolutely sick with all of that rocking motion from side to side. And so I guess that's not something that we're going to be doing any more of. My intent is not to compete with roller coasters and making your stomach squeezy. We're always looking for new ways to get our message out there and to get these videos out there. Golly, tiger. You're just so beautiful. They're giving you lots of hearts. He does have a good story voice. Masad says, "Steve, please go inside." I'm guessing you mean either to see Baby Cakes, the genet, or because this wind is just horrible. But Baby Cakes is the only animal living inside, so I've already passed that. I need to get back to my office where my bike is so that I can get home. It's nice to see Cameron sunning himself up there. He's glowing like he was made out of gold. Looks like Cameron's blowing one at me too. And Sue is correct. the cats who were born in cages can never go free. So that's why it's so evil to be breeding them for life in prison, because they can never serve any kind of conservation value and they can never go free. So we shouldn't be breeding them for life in cages. And since he's probably the last cat we're going to see, I'm going to end right here. But the link for that is bigcatrescue.org/go-free. And if I missed some of your questions, there are 5 questions people ask us all the time. And if your question is one of those, you can find the answers at bigcatrescue.org/top5, TOP and the number 5. Good night, everybody. Love you guys. Love you, Cameron. Mwah! He says he's taken